When we wake.
Good morning, everybody. Let's talk about this garlic. So I was in here just checking on the greenhouse, and I noticed that, per usual, the garlic had started leaning into the path. And because my greenhouse is so tiny, I cannot have that. So I've put a string on it so it doesn't come into the path. Well, let's talk about this. As you can see, I have all those volunteer Swiss chard, and what I'm going to do with that, I'm just waiting for it to get a little stronger, and a lot of it will probably end up in the green stalks. There's lots of it. Anyway, back to the garlic. Let's talk about the garlic, and I'm going to go to this corner. Let's start out there. I have too much crap in here. Okay, so in this corner I have radishes, and I'm just planting a few at a time every few weeks, so when they start producing we don't get overwhelmed with radish. And then next we have the garlic it's talking about, and I believe this, in these 4 squares, that's German garlic, and I planted that maybe a month after I planted this music garlic over here. And this music garlic has just taken off. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if you can see a stem in there. It is huge. And we have 6 squares of that music garlic over here. And I think going forward, that's what I'm going to be planting here, because this is the second time I've had music garlic do really, really well. Now compare that to this garlic in this section here, and this is the Chinook red, which produces a decent size of garlic. But I planted this in November, and I planted the music garlic in January. So that difference is just insane. And then in this corner over here, this is the German extra hardy, and then this is the red German, and the red German has been the slowest one. And then we have this volunteer celery, and this is the 3rd year for that celery. And then if we come down to this corner, I started some Patterson onions, and you can see they are starting to come up, and those are also starting to come up. And on the edge here we have my favorite Egyptian walking onions, which now have become a permanent feature in my garden. And so if I turn back around, I'm having to jump over that thing, the heater. So this is also German red in this corner right next to the music. And as these things get taller and taller, I'll just keep pushing them behind that string. Otherwise I won't be able to walk into this greenhouse. And then I showed you this yesterday. That is all the seeds I have started this year. I am doing absolutely all my seed starting inside the greenhouse. And as you can see, my Cuban oregano is beautiful, but it's a lot. And then we have my little eggplants right there, and we have my green veggies. I can see my tomatoes are finally starting to show up, so I need to upport any of these plants that are ready to go. And then in this corner we have my onions, which I had given up on, and then suddenly they decided to start growing. And most of this, at least in this corner, those are Patterson onions, and in that corner I believe those are the Georgia boys. So that's it for today, and we will see you on the next video. Bye, Tinnies.